start of the show that Heather Livingston is an internationally recognized expert with more than 20 years in the field of nutrition and sports nutrition, and which is probably just right down my street. And she's here with us this morning. Good morning and welcome to Smile Jamaica. Stem cells.
Yeah.
Quite controversial, isn't it?
It can be, it can be. That's mostly surrounding the embryonic stem cells. And and science is starting to understand more is the adult stem cells, which starts from the day we're born.
Right,
those
so
are not controversial.
What are we talking about when we say stem cells?
Right.
What are we talking about?
What we're talking about is adult stem cells. They're made in our body every day. They're an essential component of our renewal system. We have to renew every cell in our body so we can continue to progress and live as a human. And that's what we're talking about, the adult stem cells, the non-controversial ones.
And there's a product called Stem Enhance.
Stem Enhance is the first product on the market, patented, and it allows more stem cells to be released into the circulating blood system to then start the renewal and repair process.
But it doesn't actually use stem cells.
It's not
made of stem cells.
No, it's made of an aquatic botanical that has been shown to release stem cells into the more stem cells, 25 to 30% more stem cells.
Which would help with recovery from certain injuries and so on.
That's exactly right. The renewal process, in every organ, every cell. And what's really exciting is the new research, and you being a football coach, you said that, right? Right. The renewal process for the athlete, the reducing recovery time. You know, reducing recovery time is huge in the industry. I work with the NBA and FIBA and the IHL, and that's what opens the doors when we talk about recovery time for athletes.
Let me ask you a question, because some injuries are, say for instance, your cartilage is damaged, gone.
Right.
You can't regenerate.
Well, that was the understanding, and I've had 5 knee surgeries, so I empathize with anything to do with cartilage. I know, it's stupid at being an athlete. But yes, it's avascular, so traditional medicine is that you have to remove it because it's never going to heal. Well, now they're showing research, and it was starting to do in Boston, it's been done in Germany, and it's been done in England, as well as Australia, about regenerating any cell in the body, any cell, cartilage cells, you know, muscle cells. Of course, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about reducing recovery time for an athlete, is the microscopic muscle fiber tears, and over time, you know, decreased ability to restore muscle glycogen, the fuel for the body, it's carbohydrates. And so repairing, yes, cartilage. And again, what we're talking about is a nutritional component that assists our natural renewal process. It's not a foreign substance we're putting in that causes bizarre effects. It's the natural renewal of releasing stem cells. Yeah.
I'm told you're here in Jamaica to host a number of conferences.
Yeah, we had one last night here, and we have one tomorrow night. I have to read it. Mandeville Hotel. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So when you say host a number of conferences, who
they're open to the public, just to kind of educate people on stem cells, the renewal system. You know, people don't, when you say renewal system, people don't even know what that is yet, because it was only recently discovered. And when I say recently, around the late 90s, early 2000, you say cardiovascular system, you say the immune system, people are sort of familiar with those. They might not know exactly, but the renewal system, people go, what is that? Well, it is an existing system in the body that's now being more understood, with the component of it being, the primary component being the adult stem cell.
Stem Enhance, how do you know it works? Have you?
Peer-reviewed, published research in medical journals. It's been studied. The actually ingredient, here we go, ready for this? Ephanizomenin flasaque. How's that? Yeah, affectionately known as AFA. That's easy to say. And it's been studied for over 15 years. Then the concentration of it, the 5-to-1 ratio, which is in our product, has been studied, and the research was published, and then the company launched. And that was unique in the field of nutrition, because nutrition doesn't study a product. Nutrition usually studies ingredients. And so the research that's been published in medical journals around the world, they're international medical journals, is actually on the product and not just the ingredient. So it's pretty cool.
Recovery system. So I'm an athlete. I was at the Olympic Games. So I ran the 100 meters on Monday, and I need to run the 200 on Tuesday. What do I do in between all that time?
Well, that's just it. The human body takes 48 hours to fully recover, and elite athletes at that level don't have the luxury of time. So we have to, one, assist. The first component of recovery is to assist the muscle fiber, the muscle cell, in repairing itself. Once it gets repaired, then you can assist the uptake mechanisms to remove lactic acid. You can then restore muscle glycogen, the fuel. So all these components in recovery starts with repairing the muscle cell.
STEM Enhance does all that?
STEM Enhance assists in releasing stem cells that then travel, they're beckoned, because when an area is under stress or damage, it sends out a compound that beckons the stem cells to come to it and start the repairing process. So the more we can get floating around in the circulating system and the more targeted it can reach the cells in need, the quicker the recovery can occur.
Well, hold on a sec. Don't we have a certain amount of stem cells
Absolutely.
in our body? So
you're right.
Does
you're
it
right.
increase them?
Yes,
Or?
25 to 30%. 3 to 4 million extra within an hour of taking the product, and that's what's been published in this research. Yes, you're absolutely right. We already have stem cells floating around, but there's a few components. The WHO, World Health Organization, NIH, National Institutes of Health, and if you Google adult stem cells, there's research that strongly supports additional stem cells circulating because there's a few factors. One, as we age, 30 to 35, I think we're probably all there.
Well, he is.
Okay, I am. Or more. I have a birthday very soon. But there's research that supports more because as we age, we start producing less. Additionally, stress. We all know the negative effects of emotional stress. People can get headaches, they get cardiovascular fluctuations, trepidation, the gut, the irritated bowel syndrome, malabsorption, etc. But also, when our body's under stress, remember the compound I mentioned that when there's an area of need or a distressed area, they send out a compound to beckon the stem cells to come to that area. Well, under emotional stress, the whole body's screaming out, come repair me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's just it. The stem cells are diluted around the body. So we have to manage negative stress. Our age is a factor. And then if we don't eat valuable nutrients, essential vitamins, minerals, proteins, etc., all the good nutrition we're supposed to eat, every cell in the body doesn't function as well as it should, and stem cells is a cell in the body.
Almost, sorry to jump in, almost everything has side effects. How do I know long-term use?
Well, the ingredient, the compound has been studied and researched and published for over 15 years, and there's been no side effects. The only, there's an exception with people that are on blood thinners because there's vitamin K in the ingredient, in the actual natural botanical. So people on blood thinners should manage, not limit and manage their vitamin K, but it's still at 2 capsules a day is within the general ranges of people on blood thinners. Other than that, no side effects.
That's the delivery, isn't it? The capsule. You get bottles of
bottles
capsules.
of capsules, and it's a 2-part gelatin cap. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm not going to end up growing any.
You're not going to grow any extra. Now, the one thing about growing, and you just went like that, which made me think, there's research that our chief scientist, Christian DePoe, he's the published research scientist, he has done research on increasing muscle mass. Not that STEM Enhance makes the muscle grow, but STEM Enhance allows more stem cells to be released. The more stem cells target the damaged muscle cell, the muscle cell repairs itself quicker, the athlete can then return to play and train at a fuller rate.
Yeah, and you're talking specifically about athletes here. It's not something that we could take and just feel good.
Well, I always am cautious when I say athletes because every human body, this container we live within, should be active. We demand physical activity to maintain bone density and muscle mass. We actually we have to be. So this applies to everybody. It's as we become an elite athlete, though, or a more high caliber. Even we talked with the field hockey team and the netball team and those teams, and all athletes at various levels, get to a point where degradation is occurring, especially when competition. We were talking with the field hockey, and they've got a big tournament coming up where they only have 24 hours to recover. Now the body takes 48 hours to recover, and it's a long tournament with 10, 12 competitions with only a day in between.
You mean here in Jamaica?
It's got to be somewhere else.
No, I mean you spoke to the Jamaica. I've seen them play. It won't take them that long to recover.
Who brought you down to Jamaica to do
My company, StemTech Health Sciences, is here to have me talk about STEM Enhanced stem cells, and of course the athletes.
Okay.
The product is on the market here already.
It is for about 7 months now. That's right.
Isn't there a possibility of confusion with stem cell research where they use, just the other day, they used somebody's stem cells to regrow the windpipe.
And that was done with adult stem cells. Adult stem cells have the ability to change a master cell into any cell of the body. So that's not controversial because that's done with adult stem cells.
Right, but I'm just saying there might be an element of confusion with what your product is about.
Right. Yeah.
Which is not quite the same, is it?
Well, our product allows more stem cells to be released in the natural renewal system. It's a nutritional supplement. It's not a medicine. That was done under medical supervisions. Even vitamin C can be used as a medicine in therapeutic amounts. So there's the difference, nutritional amounts versus therapeutic amounts.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Very exciting.
Heather Livingston, Vice President, STEM Tech, here to talk about STEM Enhance. We take a break. More on Smile when we come back.